Another big story tonight, a Milwaukee police officer accused of abusing the badge. Police say the officer used a license plate reader for personal reasons. The surveillance system in question tracks vehicles, and not everyone thinks that's a good thing. Pavlina Asta talked to the Milwaukee police chief today about these concerns, and she joins us live from MPD headquarters tonight. Pavlina.
Jessup, hours before these charges were dropped, I talked with police about these cameras, what they're used for, and how police prevent misuse.
We have an SOP in place, standard operating procedure in place, which details the proper usage.
On Tuesday, I talked to Milwaukee police about the department's contract with Flock, the tech company behind these license plate readers, and how the system works.
Flock is a useful tool for our criminal investigations and other investigations. We have the parameters set in place to ensure that there isn't misconduct.
Milwaukee police officer Josue Ayala is now facing 1 count of attempted misconduct in public office. This after he allegedly used Flock cameras to run the license plates of 2 people nearly 200 times in the span of 3 months.
There is no guarantee that an officer would not do something that is not in line with what we expect.
Detectives say Ayala was in a relationship with one of the victims. The other person was allegedly their ex.
This is something that this department takes very seriously. This is something that is unacceptable.
The complaint says the victim suspected Ayala after using the website haveibeenflocked.com. After a quick search, you can see the user JAYA, an operator at the Milwaukee, Wisconsin PD, made 575 searches the week of March 23, 2025, but only searched 3 plates.
There's a pattern around the country of law enforcement officers using automatic license plate readers to track, harass, and abuse, dare I say the word stalk, romantic entrances.
Chief Norman says they're ramping up how they do their internal audits to prevent this from happening again.
But we're still, again, looking over in regards to how we can do more, ensuring that we can make sure we can temper or lessen the ability of this misuse to happen again.
John McCrae Jones is with the civil rights group ACLU. He says more needs to be done.
For each search, a strict purpose of limitation to keep this for violent felonies, missing persons, or stolen vehicles.
Ayala is suspended and will resign as part of negotiation with the district attorney's office.
Accountability is real, and that is important for the public to know. I'm not going to tolerate this on my watch.
The Milwaukee Police Association president, Alexander Ayala, says that he didn't want to comment at this time, but he says that he and Josue are not related. If convicted, the officer could face up to 9 months in prison. He's expected in court next week. Back to you.
Welcome back. FightFlock.com. In today's video, we're going to cover another case of Flock camera misuse and abuse. Today's story is about a Milwaukee, Wisconsin police officer. This story just broke about a week ago. This is a brand new story, actually still developing as we speak. And I just caught a video on it, and I just shared that with you there in the beginning of the of this video. And basically, this guy, Josue Ayala, here we go. This guy here, Officer Josue Ayala, he was a street cop in Milwaukee PD, and he was busted out misusing the Flock database. Again, we have heard this before. It looks like another broken relationship, ex-girlfriend. She basically, she ratted him out, and looks like she went to the website, haveibeenflocked.com. So you can go to this website, you punch in your tag number, and basically, if there's public record available, it'll come up. And in this case, this lady, his Josue's ex-girlfriend or ex-lover or whatever, she saw her tag number in this website, and then she reported the officer. And it looks like he checked on her and 2 other plates, 3 plates total. I believe the video said, 3 plates total, and it was 575 searches within a week, and that was going back to March 23rd, 2025. So this is about a year ago this happened, but it's just coming to light now, right? Because obviously, maybe this lady didn't know about haveibeenflocked.com, and she got wind of it and put her tag number in there, and then she must have just reported this. And then so Ayala, this guy Josue Ayala, he got suspended, right? He got suspended from Milwaukee PD, and it looks like he just resigned last week. So this is all breaking news anyway, right? So 3/4/26, he resigned. So he's now a civilian. But he is facing one charge, one count, and the count was for misconduct by a police officer. It's basically like a violation of oath, pretty basic. But he has no stalking charge, which, that's my question, okay? The news, obviously the news report doesn't ask those kind of questions, but why is this dude, Josue, why is he getting away with not having a stalking charge, which would be a felony, okay? And he's facing only one misdemeanor charge, violation of oath. How is violation of oath only a misdemeanor? That's beyond me. So basically, he's looking at a misdemeanor charge. He's getting a real chummy deal, okay? In fact, if you look into the court case, he's out on a signature bond, which signature bond means you sign yourself out. Basically, no bond, no money, no nothing, right? You're basically released, or at least in Georgia, you have to have somebody else sign you out. They have to have a valid license, and obviously have to be a resident of the county to give you to be on a signature bond for you. So he just is probably the same in Wisconsin, I'm sure. So he just had someone sign him out, no money involved as far as the bond goes, and he's gonna have a day in court here. Again, he's probably gonna get probation. It's a misdemeanor. He's probably gonna get a real sweet deal. And this is the travesty of it all. That it depends who you are. And in this case, it's these blue line folks, they get special deals, better deals than the rest of us get, right? Again, we would be charged with probably several counts of stalking and whatnot, and he didn't even have a stalking charge. So he searched his girl, looks like. He searched her ex-boyfriend, and perhaps like her baby daddy. And then there's a third wheel involved here too, so I'm trying to figure that out. But it could be, it was his, he searched his girlfriend, her new boyfriend, and maybe her ex-boyfriend, which is probably her baby daddy, right? So he searched 3 plates, all in all, during this week of March 23rd, 2025. So 575 searches, that's a lot of searches. That's a lot of stalking, a lot of tracking. Again, Josue he's getting a good deal, basically better than we would ever get. Fortunately, the system stinks. Okay, the system stinks. Everyone knows it stinks, and we know there's basically there's the haves and the have-nots, right? And those that can get away with stuff and those that don't, right? And this is the problem. The system is broken, and Flock just magnifies how broken the system is. And again, we hear, Josh Thomas, Flock's spokesman, he touts Flock's transparency and audit trails. This happened over a year ago, or about a year ago, exactly a year ago. And this lady just now found this out, reported this guy, because of some brilliant guy made this website, haveibeenflocked.com, a genius of a person made this website to help us, all of us, right? Because the government sure is not standing up for us. Flock is not going to stand up for us. The police, the local police and sheriff's departments are not going to stand up for us. They're all in on it. They're all up. They're all against us. Okay, they're all coming against us, and we have to fight all these entities, right? As just regular people, we got to go to work every day. We got to pay our bills, and we got to try to survive week to week, and God knows. It's a miracle most of us survive week to week, and then we got to deal with all this kind of crap where people get special deals. This dude here, he should be facing felony charges, and he's going to get a misdemeanor and get probably probation, 6 months, walk away, and then probably go to another state, get recertified as a police officer. Okay, he'll probably go to a neighboring state, Illinois or Iowa or Minnesota, and get a job and be a police officer again, and probably do the same crap he did in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And meanwhile, again, Flock, we hear about, we have audit trail and such a great, perfect system we have, and there's no worries, and we shouldn't worry and question them. And to me, that just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that this is even going on. But yeah, so this case, again, fresh, hot off the press, We're gonna probably have to keep track of what his sentence is. I'm really curious to see what his sentence is. He pled not guilty, so we'll see. I guarantee he ain't gonna get 6 months probation if he's lucky, and that's nothing. That's softball stuff. He'll never see it inside of a jail cell, although he should. He should be facing felony charges with several years in prison. And again, they, these folks get away with this crap. And I hope you're upset and frustrated, as always I am when I see these cases. And again, this case is just same as all the other cases, right? These law enforcement folks. We talked about, police chiefs, secretaries, sergeants, all misusing, part-time officers, using and abusing the flock database for their personal gain. And unfortunately, this is the reality of where we're at right now. That there's this basically there's no transparency. We have basically we just have to trust them to do the right thing, and it's not working out so good. Okay, it is not working out so good. And again, officers violating their oath, that to me is worse than a criminal. That's worse than a criminal. At least a criminal, again, I've said in previous videos, a criminal doesn't pretend to be a good person or do the right thing. They're just a criminal. But these guys are, they're telling us, they're swearing on the Holy Bible, basically saying they're going to take an oath and to uphold the Constitution. And what they do is they're crapping on the Constitution when they do stuff like this, stalking their girlfriends and ex-lovers or ex-wives or whatever. So we'll follow this case. Hopefully we can maybe do a follow-up video on this one because it's pretty fresh, pretty fresh news here. But thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. That'll help me out with the support I need to. We got to keep pushing our agenda here to educate folks on the flock cameras. You'd be surprised how many folks do not know about these cameras. Some people, even highly educated people I come across they have no idea these cameras are out there flocking or tracking their every move. But thank you for watching. Appreciate it.